I put a sign on the door, we're full, so.
I had to find a parking spot. The parking was full.
Well, it is 9 o'clock, so we will call our October meeting to order. That doesn't seem possible. How many days till Christmas, Paul?
Around 80, I think.
Okay. I figured you'd have that counted up. So he was talking last time about putting up Christmas lights. So, so if you would stand with us, the sheriff will lead us in the pledge to the flag, and I will lead in prayer.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let's pray. Our gracious God, we thank you for the blessings you've given us as we look around and see the seasons begin to change. We're just reminded once again of your greatness, of your creation that's all around us. And just pray, dear God, that you will be with all the farmers as they work in the fields and those traveling the roads. Keep them safe, dear Father. Lord, we are so blessed here in Clay County. We thank you for your bounty that you've provided for us. We pray, Father, that you'll be with our all of our EMS workers, the Sheriff's Department, all those who work daily to keep us safe. And we thank you for our veterans and what it means to live in America where we are free and have liberty. Dear God, we praise you. Lord, we just pray that you will guide and direct us today. Help us to conduct our meeting efficiently and respectfully, dear God. And Lord, just pray that you will continue to make Clay County a great place to live. We'll just give you the praise today in Jesus' name. Amen. Well, the first item on our agenda is to approve the minutes of our meetings. We're going to approve them separately. We had a special meeting, for a regularly scheduled meeting on 9/2, are there any additions or corrections or discussion? If not, can I get a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve minutes for September 2nd.
I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. And then our special meeting on the 29th, Paul was unable to attend, so can I get a motion to approve the minutes for 9/29?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes for the special meeting on 9/29.
I will second that. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 2-0.
201.
2-0-1, one abstention. So
Marty mentioned I could not be here, and I don't want you to think I just skipped out. I was attending the annual Association of Indiana Counties conference last week.
good deal. Well, Paul is a state officer for that organization, so we appreciate his being out on the forefront in the organization. So, first item on our agenda is consideration of the Title IV-E grant. Judge Thomas, we'll turn it over to you.
Eric was very good about reviewing things too, but Patty's really spent several hours with me on this, and I want to publicly thank her for her work on this. But is there anything else, Patty, you or others want to know about the 4E situation? And unless someone stops me, I'm going to continue the reimbursement. So mid-November, I will calculate again, and that will be for the quarter, July 1 through the end of September. Hopefully we'll keep receiving that.
It's just been taking a lot of your time doing this.
It did,
Has it?
but now I understand it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm kind of I really like computer reports. The state wasn't helping me much. I went and found it on my own data. So now that I know what they're doing, it's going to be very quick and very easy from this point forward.
Good deal. Well, it's great anytime we can bring money into the county from the state or the federal level. So, no, I think it's a great program. So, can I get a motion to approve the federal 4E reimbursement grant as presented?
I make a motion that we approve the federal 4E reimbursement grant as presented by Judge Thomas.
Okay, I'll second that. Is there any other discussion or questions? Being none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0.
It's $83,173.
And you have no problems with the match, right?
Correct.
Okay. Good deal.
Well, I want to commend you for getting this to us early because it says the starting date is January 1, 26, and so we're a couple of months ahead of that. Thank you.
I felt like I was late. I bothered poor Patty to death about it, so.
We would much rather get it in October than in December.
Okay.
Our agenda was long enough today. I can imagine it'll be in December. So can I get a motion to approve the Clay County CASA matching capacity grant?
Motion we move approved the officer grant.
Second that.
Okay, moved and seconded. Any other discussion or questions? Being none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 3-0.
Thank you guys.
Thanks
Have a
for
good day.
being here.
Thanks for being here.
Next up is the Clay County redevelopment spending plan. Lou, is that you this morning?
Yeah, well, it's kind of, sort of. I'm Lou Britton, Councilor Young and Sullivan. We represent the Clay County Redevelopment Commission. This is the second year that the Redevelopment Commission has had to develop a spending plan for its TIF revenues. This is directed only at how it hopes to spend its TIF revenues in the coming year. When originally enacted, the statute did not allow the Redevelopment Commission to amend that plan. So it was set in stone. That statute was later amended, and the Redevelopment Commission can now amend its plan in the event they come across an expenditure that they hadn't anticipated. So that's helped a great deal in terms of freeing up the Redevelopment Commission, because you can't predict now. This has to be submitted to the state in December. December 1 is the deadline. And you can't predict how you're going to spend money the next year. You can guess, but you know what happens when we guess. 90% of the time we're wrong. At least that's the way I am. So in any event, they have prepared this spending plan, which is not terribly different than the plan they had last year. Frankly, to be quite honest, it's unlikely that they will expend the monies anticipated or as shown by that plan. But they wanted to create a plan that gave them flexibility so that they wouldn't have to be amending the plan if a project comes up that they need to fund. So they've submitted a fairly generous plan, but they hope they spend it all. And hopefully they'll spend it all in the categories that are shown there. If not, they'll have to make some adjustments. So if there's any questions in particular, I can try to answer there. They're basically talking about spending, the plan can't contemplate spending most of the available funds, but that probably won't happen.
Refresh my memory. Why
Establish a position on how long a term of abatement, but just, in the other role for the redevelopment commission is to assist in the preparation of the forms and resolutions for the petitioner to avoid confusion which had occurred in some abatements. So Metals and Additives submitted the proper forms to the redevelopment commission, and we have prepared the documents in order to see that abatement through. The redevelopment commission approved the abatement for consideration by the county commissioners and the county council. Under the statute, the county council is the sole arbiter of tax abatements. But again, the county established a practice to bring those before you as well, so that you could have a recommendation to council on whether or not the abatement should be granted. Again, in the past, we've never had you make a recommendation as to the length of the abatement. And as you know, that can be anything up to 10 years, and it's at the discretion of the council. This abatement, Metals and Additives would be the poster child for granting abatements. In 2023, Metals and Additives had applied for an abatement. They had 52 employees. They proposed to add 3. Their salaries were $3.1 million. Their statement of benefits submitted this year shows they have 106 employees. That's twice as many, almost twice as many as they had projected. They had 52, they were going to add 3, that would have brought up to 55. So they're just short of having doubled what they were projecting they were going to do. Their salaries were projected at $3.1 million. Their salaries are currently $8.3 million. Almost triple what they had projected their salaries were going to be. Projected they were going to be. And this project, they would propose to add salaries, add 6 employees to their 106, bringing them to 112, and add $249,000 in equipment. Add $249,000 in salaries. Their current salaries, as I said, are 3.841. They're proposing to add 350,000 new salaries. The situation with regard to personal property tax abatements is in a state of flux, and what counties are going to do with personal property abatements is going to require some thought by the county, because, as you're probably aware, effective January 1, 2026, personal property receives, the current exemption for personal property is $80,000. You get basically a deduction from your personal property value of $80,000. That exemption will go to $2 million effective January 1, 2026 because of the new Senate Rule Act. So, and I don't know that counties have been able to really figure out the total impact of Senate Rule Act anywhere. I mean, it's being debated everywhere. So the county council will probably have some discussion about that subject, but I wanted to make commissioners aware of that potential impact on personal property tax collections in the county when considering the abatement. So you have a resolution before you, but I'll let the representatives from the applicant address with you a little more about what it is they're doing. They know their business much better than I do. Thanks.
morning. I'm Tammy Lowe from Middleton Additives. I'm the controller for the company. What we're proposing to have an abatement on is a spin flash dryer for our line 4. So it's kind of a new process. Right now, we're kind of bottlenecked in that line 4 area. And so this will open up some new capacity for us. And we're also planning to build a warehouse out there for storage, which we haven't set an abatement on. So this was just a small piece of it for the equipment for us to get going. So, do you have any questions for me?
Well, it's always good to see our businesses growing, and as I mean, when you look at 106 jobs, at, 8.3 million, if my math is correct, that is not a minimum wage job. So, I mean, it's good to have, people say, oh, we need to get more good paying jobs in the county. Well, we've got a lot of good paying jobs in the county, and we appreciate you folks being here, that's for sure. So, any other questions for Tammy?
Well, I think your application here gives us basically all the information we need, so.
I do know that the spin flash dryer, the actual life of that is about 10 years. So that might give you a little leeway on where to go with regard to the abatement effort.
Any other questions? If not, can I get a motion to approve resolution number 2025-10?
I'll make a motion, we approve resolution 2025-10.
I'll second that.
Okay, any other discussion, questions? Being none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries 3-0. Thank you so much for being here.
This also includes a calculation agreement.
Oh, no, I can't. So,
It's noticed it.
yeah,
It's probably supposed to be 9/30/26.
I would guess. Well, we want to table that until Bob can be here. Wait till you get here.
On the next grant. I've looked this over, never caught it until now.
Yeah.
Starting 10/1/2025, ending 9/30/25, that can't be correct.
It's supposed to be 26.
26.
Right. Go ahead and consider it.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Rob Gamble, our EMA director, is sick today, could not be here. We have a grant for hazardous materials emergency preparedness. This grant pays for hazardous material training for first responders as well as commodity flow studies. And I had that highlighted. What is a commodity flow study? Does anybody know?
Maybe smells.
Well,
No.
I'll have to ask Rob, I guess, but.
Like reunites or stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Somebody come out there.
That'd be fine, yeah.
Good morning, Karen Schneiders. I'm with Threadwood Central, so I deal with transportation planning. A commodity flow study is telling you what materials are coming in and going out of your county. It's particularly important to Rob's study. I'm making some assumptions here, but my assumption is that Rob is trying to get a handle on what is coming in and going out and pertaining to the handling of hazardous waste and hazardous materials. I'm making an assumption there, but that's what I would suggest.
Okay. Thank you, thank you.
Well, I think this is something that is needed, and I think it's very valuable, and I would hope that we'll have a lot of participants in this because we need to know.
Well, and anytime we can help, provide training for our first responders, the more trained they are, the better off we are. So can I get a motion to approve the Hazardous Materials Emergency Preparedness Grant?
I'll make the motion that we approve the grant application as Marty mentioned.
Okay, I will second. Any other discussion? Being none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 3-0. Okay, next grant is another one from Rob for salary reimbursement grant for 2025. The grant reimburses the county for half of the salary of the emergency management employees. This grant does not cover fringe benefits, and it is for Clay County fiscal year 2025. So any questions, or this is one that we've approved every year that I've been here. So, yeah. So can I get a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve the 2025 EMPG salary reimbursement grant.
I'll second that.
Okay, moved and seconded. Any other questions or comments? Being none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 3-0. Okay, next is the 2026 Clay County ADA Title VI Implementation Plan. So there really weren't many changes to that. In order for us to be eligible for grants, this is this Title VI Americans with Disabilities Act is what the ADA is. We have to have this plan on file in order to be eligible for grants. So I know it's up for our approval and in order for us to stay current. So can I get a motion to approve?
I mentioned that Rob sent that to us, we had an opportunity to
Right.
read it and review it, and it is something that is required.
Lot of reading material.
Yeah, well, 80-some pages or something like that, I don't remember now. It was
I think 58 feet.
58 pages, okay. But
Right.
can I get a motion to approve?
Okay.
No, go ahead.
I'll make a motion that we approve the Clay County Title VI implementation plan for this year.
Okay. Moved and seconded. Any other discussion? Being none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 3-0. Okay, next item agenda is the Wick Armory rental agreement. So we got somebody here. There we go, good deal.
So we just need to annual rental agreement with Armory.
We appreciate them providing that space for us, and we couldn't get it for that price anywhere else, so.
No, for anything like that.
So, any questions?
How much did this increase next year over this year?
It didn't.
Okay, I don't think it did.
It's
but I
gonna
wanted to
stay
ask.
every year.
Yep.
Okay.
Good deal.
And this starts October 1 of this year and goes through September 30th of next year.
I will move we approve the Wick Armory rental agreement for let's see, is this 2026 then? Is that correct?
Starts
Yeah,
October
fiscal year.
1st of this
October,
year
okay, there we go. There we
through
go.
September 30th, 2026.
Okay.
It's a
Can
little
I
different than something we approved.
okay, can I get a second then?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any other questions or comments? Being none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. Thank you for being here today.
road crashes, high visibility striping on those edge lines. which in the context of the county was the most dangerous type of crash that was experienced here. Turn lanes to reduce conflict points, redesigned intersections with updated signage and markings, and a pair of trail alternatives that help pedestrians and bicyclists pass through Brazil, Harmony, Knightsville, near 40, but off of 40, where in that study period, there were 5 bicyclists and pedestrians who were killed or severely injured on that roadway. So those project recommendations, as I mentioned, 79 that were then prioritized based on a number of factors, including alignment with crash history, with the county priorities, with feedback from the technical advisory committee, alignment with current U.S. Department of Transportation grant funding priorities, so the current administration and the priorities that they're providing for those implementation grants. And then for those next steps, again, we're here today to ask for the favorable adoption of the plan via resolution. And with that, the county will be able to pursue implementation grant funding through SS4A, as well as through NDOT and their safety systemic funding and local highway safety program, funding building to its highway safety improvement program. We look forward to seeing you all pursue those next steps and see some of these programs and projects come to fruition. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you for being here, Dan. I just want to thank your team, Ellen, Dan, Joe, and Brianna. They were here. We had update meetings for the last 4, 5, 6 months, something like that. Along with our technical advisory committee, I would like to publicly acknowledge them. Brad Stoltz, County Highway Supervisor, Larry Temple, representing our fire departments, Tim Watson from NDOT, traffic engineer, our sheriff, Bryson Swearingen, Clint McQueen, the Brazil City Police Chief, Amy Shelton, public health nurse assistant. We had Dr. Tim Rail from Clay Community Schools, and Karen Snyders from Thrive West Central. And this group met, we have 3 TAC meetings that we met. Joe did a great job getting information out throughout the county, talking to the public, and I looked up, but I can't remember now how many different points we had on that map that people had, some concerns with areas in the county. But 79 projects were identified, and so I really appreciate all these people giving of their time to make Clay County a safer place. Anything you guys would like to add?
Remember this committee?
Yes, I was on there too.
Mention yourself.
Well, yeah. I was there too. So,
Are you, as a member of this committee, are you okay with everything that's being presented?
well, I was until they took the roundabouts out, Paul. When they took the roundabouts out, I just, no, but, no.
That was extremely disappointing.
Due to the extreme intense number of agricultural establishments, farms we have here in the county, it's just not feasible for us here in the county. So, in the near, I told them, I said, when you see a roundabout being designed in Clay County, you will know I'm not running next time. So, so yes, I mean, they did a great job taking, all of our ideas and suggestions and wrapping it all up in a plan, and appreciate all the work that you folks have done in getting this prepared for us so that now we can pursue those implementation grants to make our county safer. So without any further jaw jacking here, I will move that we approve the Clay County Safe Streets for All Action Plan. So, can I get a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, any other questions or discussion before we vote? Being none, oh, and I would like to say thank you for the donuts, Brian. I think we need to make that a requirement. If you're going to present to the commissioners, you have to bring donuts. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 3-0. And thank you once again for being here and spearheading this program here in Clay County.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's here.
Patty, I'd like to get a signed copy of this.
Okay, next item on our agenda, we like approving these. This is our liquid asphalt contract for 2026. They have maintained the cost of this contract for us for the last 3 years. So we greatly appreciate the liquid. Okay, that one's a hard one to follow, but if you can save us money, we'll give you some time to speak to us.
All right, well, we have 2 leases up this month, and I don't know which one you have in front of you first. There should be.
Either one, whichever.
Now we have the auditors, so Patty's office, and we have the extension office. I think one's a little bit better than the other, but so we'll start with the one where there's a slight increase. So Clay County Auditor's Office, I don't believe you guys have this sheet, but I go over this with each department. This is what I just call a cost comparison. So it has a line item of this is the equipment you have now, and then this is what we're proposing. So currently the 3725 here in the auditor's office, that's with Ms. Fox, and with the price increases that we deal with, sometimes it can be found with cutting accessories. And in this case, we couldn't. Patty does use all 4 paper trays, the different legals, 11 by 17, and then also has a staple feature. So her current cost with all the pages included, $223.58 is gonna be 226.72. That's all in, so what you guys are looking at there would be the lease cost, not the total cost with all the pages. So going from 178 to 187 is what you should have in front of you for the auditor's office. So after the pages are included, we're looking at a monthly increase of $3.15. It gets better.
Good deal, good deal.
So that's the first one, and should have 2 separate lease agreements. We do them separate just to help with department budgets, and then obviously invoicing for Patty. The second one is Purdue Extension Office, so think a little bit more exciting. The Purdue Extension Office is, their lease payment is $164.55. The proposed lease payment is $193.47. But in this case, they do more volume. They have a booklet finisher, and I deal with most of the surrounding counties here. The Purdue Extension Office is a lot of brochures and color and flyers that sending out newsletters. So we do see a little bit higher color count. But if you see, once we do all their pages here, it's a monthly savings of $62. So that one is a little bit more exciting than the first one. So a $3 increase for Patty, and then a $62.63 savings each month for the Purdue Extension Office. So net for the county, we're in the green.
Are you ladies good with what's being proposed for the extension office then?
Yeah, we just wanted to come because it does on paper look higher than what was proposed at budget time, so we just wanted to make sure you guys didn't have any question about our printing practices, because everything says correct, we are required to do a lot.
So there's no way you can cut that.
Unfortunately, no, we get a lot of pushback when we try to switch things to virtual options.
We're doing our newsletters more virtually now. We don't print out as many copies. We have some sitting at the front door, so we don't mail as many of those out. But we still do some mailings, and then some of the classes require booklets and make workbooks to go along with it, and we have to print those direct out here.
Don't take this personal, but I don't like your contract.
Yeah.
You know why?
What?
Because maybe I missed it. But on the front page, you've got the cost, you've got the length of the contract, but there's no place there that states who it's for. You have to go to page 3 to find that.
Whereas the
And it's not listed even on page 4 where the purchase lease form is. So you need to inform your company that they need to revise it seriously, because look at this. Who's it for? You have no idea.
Yeah.
And so that, it's, of course, it says here at Clay County, but it needs to say the auditor's office on this form. It needs to say the extension office on the other one, and it doesn't.
Okay. Yeah, I can see if I can get that put on the first page. Yeah, they put it on the third page that is the service contract for the department, but I do understand.
Yeah, it needs to go on the front page with the cost and the term, the length of the term.
Okay.
I think.
We appreciate you folks keeping our printers and copiers up to date and at a reasonable expense for us also. And, Eric, should we do these separate or do we just lump them together?
You can do it together.
Okay. Can I get a motion to approve our both copier leases for the extension office and the auditor's office?
I make a motion that we approve the leases as presented to us on behalf of the auditor's office and the extension office.
Okay. Moved and seconded. Any other questions? Being none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 3-0.
I think just you sign.
Okay.
So get that one taken, situation taken care of.
Yep, I can absolutely do that. It automates it from our system, but I can see if we can get that added.
I think that would be helpful.
Worst case, I can write it in and we can initial it. So I did want to make one note, Mr. Hefter, there's a place on I think it's the last page I added that wasn't there before to initial it.
Okay,
Got that.
on the last
I
page,
believe it's the last page.
Page 4, right, of each one.
Of each one. Correct.
there we go.
You see that down on the bottom?
Okay, I see the initial, and it's got a highlighted sign here
Yeah,
too,
two
so.
spots to sign, and then there's an initial on the fourth.
Let's see. Well. There we go.
Made a note because I don't have there's not another lease up until March, so I'll make a note to put that in my computer.
Thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Last item on our agenda is approval for the Commissioner's Storage Building. Brian's been working on this, so I'll let you make the presentation here.
Last month, we sent out for quotes for a new storage building there behind the community correction building there. We were looking to do a 50 by 80 pole barn building because technically we just don't have any room to put any stuff. So we sent out to 3 different companies and we come back with, well, just 2 quotes. One didn't even quote it. And right now, Levi Fisher has the lowest bid for $43,000 for a 50 by 80 pole barn. And that's got concrete floor, 4-inch concrete floor, and overhead door, and 4 entrance doors. So, I will make a motion that we go ahead and approve Levi for the building for $43,000.
Okay,
Subject to John Council approval.
Yes.
I will second that. I appreciate all your work on that, Brian, doing all the legwork, making the contacts with Levi and getting that all, getting it going quickly because we need the storage quickly. So any questions or comments? Being none, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye.
We didn't have a motion here.
Yeah, he made the motion.
You seconded?
Yes.
I vote yes.
Okay.
I might say what? This is I am surprised at the quote we got.
Yes.
It's very good, and Brian, as Marty said, we appreciate all the work and energy and effort you put in on this. I know it took quite a bit of time, and we're very grateful and thankful. If the council approves the additional appropriation tonight, this is going to be a great addition for Lake County. It will be.
Yes, for a 50 by 80 with concrete floor and $43,000, that's just almost unheard of. So
Very good. Very good.
So that is the last item on our agenda. Sheriff, do you have anything to add today? Eric? Commissioners, anything further?
Yes.
Okay.
Possibly some of you read in the Brazil paper that the Clay County Commissioners had sued our attorney, Eric Sumhill.
I'm very sorry about that.
I got a contact from someone in the county and said, what's going on? What's the problem? I said, well, I don't know what you're talking about. So I called Eric to see if he knew what was going on. Well, he didn't know either, and he did contact the Brazil Times, and we found out that it was an error. Unfortunately, we all make mistakes, and so it was an error. And just for the record, the Clay County Commissioners have not sued our attorney, Eric Sumhill, okay? The next thing I want to mention, Mr. President, is the fact that we have someone here, I think maybe for the first time, and I want her to stand and introduce herself, and that is the new reporter from the Brazil Times. Stand up and tell us who you are.
Hi, I'm Kate Hoffman. I issued that correction and apologized, and I will do so again here. We take our information from a DocsPop site. There was an issue there. It had been, I can go into details if anybody has questions. But yes, my name is Kate Hoffman. This is my first commissioners meeting. So if I'm doing anything wrong, please let me know. And those of you who I don't know, hello.
Thank you for being here today. We appreciate it. So at this time, we'll open the floor for public comments. Speakers will be limited to 3 minutes, may speak only once per meeting, and we would ask that you provide your name and your zip code when you come to the podium. So we'll open the floor. Come on up, Linda. Good to see you out today.
Thank you. I apologize for moving slowly, but this knee replacement stuff's for the birds. That's not official. My name is Linda Cheesem. My zip code is 478, mailbox 78, and residence out on 340 is 47834. I would like to request the commissioners take a look at Indiana Code 5-14-1.5. 5-14-1.5. The intent of this chapter is that the official action of public agencies be conducted and taken openly in order that the people may be fully informed. I'm a fan of local government. I love local government. I grew up in a family that was involved here in Clay County. And I tried to watch the county council meetings. I couldn't. It was garbled. I couldn't see, the cameras were placed in such a way that I couldn't see exactly who was speaking. I don't think this meeting is being webcast today.
Yeah, we've got the camera up in the corner back there. Yes.
That's a much better place.
Yes, yes.
That's an improvement. That's great. And the sound, I don't have an answer for other than individual microphones, but I'm not here to tell you how to do your job. I'm just saying I would like to watch you do the job. I don't want to come to every meeting. You're lovely people, but I really would like to watch you from a distance. I also would like to have the agendas posted for both county council and commissioners on the county website. They are not. I drive into Brazil to come into the courthouse to see the agendas. And that's because I care about government. But there are many people in this county who can't do that. And they ought to at least know what you're thinking about and doing. So I'm asking that the agendas be posted timely on the county website, and then the minutes be posted. And I'm not talking to Mr. Somehow about this, so please don't have a heart attack, but I believe the ordinances should be codified. They're very difficult to follow. They're listed chronologically, and the name of the ordinance is given, but until you actually pull up each individual ordinance, you don't know which one is repealed, a previous one, or just added to the previous one. So those are just requests, and you're not smiling at me at all. But most small communities codify their ordinances because although ignorance of the law is no defense, if I were still on the bench, it would be. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Linda. And this broadcasting is new to us, and we're still working all the kinks and the bugs out. So hopefully we'll see that the picture has improved, and I know our microphone placement is it may come down that we have to have a mic at each station. I don't know, but we'll keep working at it. And as far as getting them posted on the website, is that something you can do, Patty? Or get the agendas and the minutes posted on the website?
The agenda is usually posted on the website. I have to get with Scotty to see what happened for this month. The minutes are approved, is only approved, so it would be like 2 months behind.
So after they're...
We didn't approve the September meeting until October, so that will be going up on the website. So we can't put them on the website or even send it to the state until they're approved, but they're all on the website.
So, okay, we'll...
And the ordinances are codified. There's a book in the auditor's office. I'm sure the commissioners' council all have a book. It would be available to you if you want to look at it. Now, they're updated periodically. It's probably been a year since we've updated, but they are codified.
Okay. Anybody else from the floor today? Karen, you've always got something to say.
Good morning, I'm Karen Schneider, my zip code is 47840. I just wanted to give a public shout out to Patty and her great work. We were able to submit the Rural and Tribal Assistance Program application on behalf of Clay County. Just a reminder that this was for the pre-construction and conceptual design for a potential trail that would run from Northview, North Clay Middle, all the way to town, to the city of Brazil. And I don't know when we will hear about that. I hope that we will sometime around the holidays, but because it is federal government, we just don't know.
Did you get that submitted on the first day?
We got it submitted, I'm going to say within the first 90 minutes of the first day. And the reason why this question is coming up, and for those in the back, this is a very different grant program in that it is a first come, first serve, zero match federal funds that is only for what I would call pre-construction activities. So this means that it can be used to help communities decide what route to take. It can be used to help do the preliminary engineering and environmental determinations, get all the permitting in play. It can help decide what utilities need to be moved, et cetera, and so on. So this is all of the work that happens before you can start digging, which there are very few opportunities here in Indiana for these kinds of grant requests. So I am very thrilled that you gentlemen took the leap. I'm very happy with how Patty worked with me on this, and I feel like it was a good contender.
Who actually makes the decision on this?
It is
That's at federal level,
It's
right?
at the federal level. It is an offshoot just like we have the Federal Aviation Administration or the Federal Railroad Administration, this is a subset of the US Department of Transportation. And I want to say it's, I'm looking to my cohort, it's America, it's basically, I forgot the name, yeah, it's a subset of the US DOT. And their main goal from what we've ascertained is that they are in place to help projects move forward, just like we're talking about here.
So we really feel like this will go forward this time and will not be pulled back like it was last time.
It wasn't your specific application that was pulled back, it was the entire program that was kiboshed. Based on the fact that it feels like things have calmed down a bit in US DOT, without any major administration surprises, I would hope that this moves forward, but that is me making really strong wishes and.
Keep us posted.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And Patty should be receiving notifications more than likely before I will.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Karen. Does the Extension Office have a report for us? Natalie Smith is with us. Good to have Natalie back. And do you ladies have any kind of update for us today? Or?
I don't want to specifically prepare, but I'm having an identity crisis with that. I just keep introducing myself as Natalie, but it's official. I went to the Social Security office. But we have our 4-H awards program tomorrow night, and so we have, I think, 170 4-Hers and their families that are registered are RSVP'd to come. So we're gonna kind of showcase all the work that they did last year. And 4-H enrollment's officially open as of October 1st. And I don't know if it was shared at the president's meeting, but Clay County got first in the state for an increase in 4-H enrollment this year. So I was super, I got that picture while I was on my trip and I got really excited. So we had a 13.1% increase so that was first in the state, so that's something to celebrate.
And thank you to Marty and Paul when you attended the president's meeting. I hope you enjoyed meeting President Chang and Dr. Abbott and a couple other representatives from Purdue. It was really nice to see them. Dr. Abbott used to be my program leader. She's in a different position. But the president came, for those who don't know, was wondering how extension offices are operating in the counties and looking toward how Purdue can fill in the gaps that we need. So we had a good conversation that day, I felt, and it was lovely to see them. Other than that, we're still waiting on word from Purdue about our Ag and Natural Resources position, so I don't have any updates for you.
Has that been posted?
Sorry?
Has that been posted?
It has not been posted yet.
Really?
Yes.
Can you tell them to speed the process up a little bit?
We can tell them.
We tell them that every time.
I can assure you that message is passed along. But I do not have any updates on that front right now. But other than that, we are still operating like we usually do, and we're excited for the awards banquet on Tuesday because we're changing procedure a little bit to turn that also not only the 4-H awards but our annual extension dinner. We're kind of working that into one night. So if you are in attendance, we'll share and we'll update that.
Appreciate all you ladies do out of the Extension Office, and a 13% increase in 4-H membership is amazing. That's a testament to your work there, so we really appreciate that. Anybody else with comments from the floor today? Being none, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. 3-0. We're out of here.
I got a picture for the paper for proclamation.
Oh, okay.
Need a copy.